Okay, guys, it's now time for a VHS and DVD update for August 20th, or April 20th, excuse me, April 20th, 2017, in which I went to, the other night I went to Salvation Army and I bought 12 VHS tapes, and then earlier today I went to Vintage Stock and I got 4 DVDs, so pretty good, pretty big update. I haven't had an update this big in I don't know how long, so let's go ahead and get this started. Start off with the clamshells. First one is the 1994 VHS of Iron Will, also a 1994 film. A Wild Adventure, says ABC TV Los Angeles. The uplifting true life story of courage, determination, and triumph. Heroic, says USA Today. And the stars Mackenzie Aston, Kevin Spacey, David Ogden Stiers, and Brian Cox. Rated PG, and it's 109 minutes. Here's the ink label. Printed on October 12th, 1995. And I remember seeing this movie back in middle school, and it's actually pretty good, so I'll have to give this a watch again soon. And the next one I have is actually, the next tape I have is a replacement copy, and it's the 1997 VHS of The Jungle Book, the fully restored 30th anniversary limited edition. I did have this VHS at one point, but I threw it away by mistake because I may have told you guys that my VCR was on the fritz, my old one. I thought it was the tape itself at first, but it was actually the VCR. So I threw my old copy of this out in the trash by accident, but I got a new copy, so everything's alright now. Here's the spine and the back. Memorable music, imaginative adventures, a treat for all ages, says Dixie Watley of WCVB TV, ABC Boston. And says the making of feature right after the movie. And it didn't come with the music of the Jungle Book songbook. Rated G, and it's 78 minutes. Ink label. Printed on August 7th, 1997. And this tape actually has different previews than my other copy. If you want to know what this copy has, I'll tell you if you want to know what my other copy had and what this copy had, just ask me in the comments below, and I'll let you guys know about that as soon as possible. Alright, next one is, it says 1991 on the case, but this is actually a later printing. This is Chariots of Fire, 1981 film, winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of 1981. Stars Ben Cross, Ian Charleson, Nigel Havers, Cheryl Campbell, Alice Krige. Guest stars Lindsay Anderson, Dennis Christopher, Nigel Davenport, Brad Davis, Peter Egan, Sir John Gielgud, Ian Holm, and Patrick McGee. And this is a classic film. A thrilling struggle and a magnificent victory. Virtually a succession of smashing debuts, says New York Times. This film takes place in 1924, rated PG, and it's 124 minutes. And like I said, this is a reprint because it has that new Warner Home Video logo, the Boring Shield, from February 8th, 2000. But this tape actually has the Warner Brothers 75th anniversary promo at the beginning. The award winner one. Next is the 1996 VHS, I believe, of Cocoon, part of the 20th Century Fox Selection series. Ron Howard film. A celebration of the human spirit, says The Hollywood Reporter. The film itself is from 1985. An exhilarating fable, says Time Magazine. And it says an all-star cast, including Don Amici, Wilford Brimley. He's the guy from the commercials who talks about diabetes. Diabetes. You know who I'm talking about. Hugh Cronin, Jessica Tandy, Brian Dennehy, Jack Gilford, Steve Guttenberg, Maureen Stapleton, Gwen Verdon, Herta Ware, and Tani Welch. Rated PG-13, and it's 117 minutes. Hold on. There we go. There's the sticker label. The tape was hard to get out, but sticker label. And it was printed on the 47th week of 1996. Yep, heard a lot of good things about this movie. And next is the 1994 VHS of Crocodile Dundee with Paul Hogan. 1986 film. This is one of the top grossing comedies of the 1986. That's what it says on the back of the box here. This also stars Linda Kozlowski, Mark Blum, David Gulpilil, Michael Lombard, and John Milian. I'm really bad at pronouncing some of these names, so I apologize for that. Rated PG-13, and it's 98 minutes. There's the sticker label, end label, and this is a recycled tape. The first week in year code is the 17th week of 1991, and the other one is the 23rd week of 1994. And Crocodile Dundee, I've heard a lot of great things about this movie too, so I'll give this a watch soon. I have seen it on TV a couple times, but just not in its full length. Next is the 1999 VHS of Deep Blue Sea with Saffron Burrows, Thomas Jane, LL Cool J, Jacqueline McKenzie, Michael Rappaport, Stellan Skarsgård, and Samuel L. Jackson. Bigger, smarter, faster, meaner. Bonus footage, the making of Deep Blue Sea, which is after the movie. Adrenaline Pump Shock Wave says Susan Wilizna of USA Today. It's that chick's weird name. And rated R for shark attacks and for language. The movie is 105 minutes and the extras are 15 minutes. Sticker label. Much later printing from November 22nd, 2002. Yep, I've heard this movie and Lake Placid were released the same year, 1999, but the only difference is Lake Placid was about a killer crocodile. This is about a killer shark. Kind of like Jaws in a way, but everybody knows that the Jaws movies are way better than this. But I've heard this is still a really good movie, so I'll probably give it a watch soon. Next is the 1993 VHS of Grease. This is a 1978 film, one of the best musical movies of all time. It says 1977 on the box, but the movie was actually released in 1978. It was probably filmed in 1977. This stars John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, Stockard Channing, with special guest appearances by Eve Arden, Frank Avalos, John Blondell, Ed Burns, Sid Caesar, Alex Ghostley, Dottie Goodman, and Shanna Na. Directed by Randall Kleiser, who directed Flight of the Navigator and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Rated PG, and it's 110 minutes. Sticker label, end label. And it was printed on the 41st week of 1995. Yeah, this is one of the best musicals ever made. I actually remember seeing a musical, like, at my middle school in 8th grade. They actually did a musical of this. Some students from my from my grade actually did a musical for this, for musical theater, and we watched it like the day before the last day of school, and it was actually really good. This is a good movie too. I used to not like it, but times change. And the next tape I have is a demo tape, my very first demo tape. And hang on a minute. There we go. And it is the 1990 demo VHS of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I also had the original VHS of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as well, but this is the demo tape. The #1 comedy hit of 1989, Your Next Sell-Through Sellout. It also includes the Roger Rabbit and Baby Herman short Tummy Trouble, which is also on the original VHS. Rated PG, and it's 106 minutes. Here's the sticker label, which is kind of crooked, but what can you do about it? And we see some printings, but no print date. But yeah, the opening to this tape is already on YouTube, so if you want to see it, check it out. I don't know who uploaded it, but I do know it's on there. But Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is a really awesome movie. Everybody knows that, I'm sure. People who've seen it. And the next tape is the 2000 VHS of Loser with Jason Biggs, Mina Sovari, and Greg Kinnear. Hip, witty, and charming with a terrific young cast as Bill Bragoli of Westward One Radio. This is also a 2000 film. A great date movie. You'll fall in love with Mina Sovari. Jason Biggs gives a great performance as Ralph Garman of KROQ Radio. And rated PG-13, and it's 95 minutes. Directed by Amy Heckerling, who directed Fast Times at Ridgemont High and National Lampoon's European Vacation. Here's the sticker label. And was printed on the 13th week of 2001. And the next one I have is 1998 VHS. Wait, is that right? Yeah, 1998 VHS of My Giant with Billy Crystal. A comedy of incredible proportions. It's also a 1998 film. Big laughs, bigger hearts, says Joel Siegel, Good Morning America of ABC TV. Crystal's best movie since City Slickers, says David Cronk of Los Angeles Times. It also stars Kathleen Quinlan and Joanna Pecula and George Morrison. Co-produced with Castle Rock Entertainment. Rated PG for language, mild violence, and brief crude humor, and it's 104 minutes. Here's the ink label and the Hollywood Video end label. And this is another movie I've heard great things about. And I'm going to go ahead and show you one more VHS before we go into part 2. And that is the 1995 VHS of Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Turn back the clock in your history. This also stars Ron Silver and Mia Sara. And the film itself is from 1994. Here's the spine, and the spine. Top and the back. Clever and original, Time Cop is a thinking man's action movie, says People magazine. A pumped-up adventure packed with white-knuckle thrills and a futuristic plot. The special effects will leave you breathless. A terrific script and a terrific cast, says the Associated Press. Rated R, and it's 99 minutes. And they also made a video game out of this movie for this adaptation of this movie for the Super Nintendo, which I heard is pretty bad, but the film looks really cool, so I'll have to sit down and give it a watch soon. There's the sticker label. And it was printed on the 27th week of 1995. Yep, and this is the copy that has no previews on it. Alright, that's going to do it for part 1 of my VHS and DVD update for April 20th, 2017. And I'll see you guys in the next part.